Okay, Indians in the black community. This is my new video. You see the thumbnail, the title. Alright, let's go. Alright, first thing. Just a little backstory. I'm a Jamaican immigrant, so I've been here in the United States about 14 years now. So yeah, the first thing I want to say, we got a saying in our native country about these Indians. When I'm a little bit or a little child, I usually hear grown folks say it, so this been circulating along years back. It's like an actual saying that our people would say in our native country. And since it's going on YouTube, I'm trying to not be cursing. So the saying is like, the sayings go like Indian people crop and color, we call color loo, you guys probably call color greens. So Indian person crop on a collard greens and turn around and eat it. Yeah, rude, disrespectful kind of, low down type of saying it. Indian crop poo. Indian poo on a collard and turn around back and eat it. And when I was like a little child, I usually hear our folks, black folks in the neighborhood say that stuff. And I wonder why them usually doing them like that, or like why them doing the Indians them like that. But growing up now and looking back and seeing around us now and getting more experience, you realize what them was saying back then, or what it meant. That saying, what it meant, like Indian poo on a color greens or color loo. Our thing in our native country is color loo. It's similar to color greens, but it's much different. It's more soft and more tender. But back to the stories, I'm just trying to get a picture in my head, like color greens, color loo. So they're saying the Indian person would poo inside the color greens and turn back around and eat it. That was a saying. Ask any Jamaican about it. They got a saying, even to this day, about Indians specifically. And I couldn't understand why them usually do them that. Like, why them say that about them. But coming up now and having the experience and seeing them, like, yeah, I understand why that saying come from them. Filthy. They're a filthy set. So Jamaicans been saying those saying from way before the internet was even around. As I said, back in the 80s, I'm hearing these type of saying. People are saying these sayings and wondering as a child why them doing. But growing up now in 21st century, understand what that meant. So Jamaicans already peep game about Indians from way back in the centuries. So we have a long history like knowing these people, like filthy from century back. Them seems like them did like living in like swallow, like just straight filth. So that's what the saying, like that's what that's what the Jamaicans be saying, like in that saying since from decades. So we had that saying from way back, and that's one of the first topic I want to touch on, like. And secondly, the similarity between how them operate here and how them operate in my native country in America, and how them operate in my native country of Jamaica. Well, yeah, them do them same thing like gas station. I don't think them own too much hotels in Jamaica. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't really see too much of them come across too much of them in the hotels, but gas station and grocery stores, them were probably more owned in Jamaica and stuff like that. But yeah, it's the same similarity pattern, and them rude and disrespectful, and any facility them own usually like really like kind of filthy, most of them, like honestly speaking, not being rude. You really come across them, and them stuff not really filthy, and it seems that them really care, especially these like all the motels where them be running up in America here. Them ones be like completely filthy. Whenever you see that Indian dudes in them motels where up in America here, them be completely, them cheap motels, them be completely smelly. I don't know why them keep putting carpets in them motels, like it full of them, put a bunch of linen carpet, this bunch of cloth everywhere, and plus they can smoke inside of them, so you just go inside and you just feel stuffed up. You feel like a whole brick just get put on your nostril, like up your nostrils, as soon as you step in one of them motels, and stuffy, smell like smoke, it smell moldy. Yeah, and just just them operate, and I do think them place them in our community. I get placed in our community by seeing Billy Bob. Them I get placed in our community, both in Jamaica and both in America. It's them always like around us, and you know, around us, like a feed upon us like that, and too. And yeah. Thirdly, I really want to touch on the filthiness about them, bro. Like that filthiness about them, like the motels where them be running. And I'm saying it's not all, I should never say it, but it's majority rule, and majority of them is like, that's what they're saying, that the Jamaica got that saying, like them pulling and turning around back and eating it. And yeah, it's a crazy saying, and a grown folks usually hear said, and that saying was be saying circulating in Jamaica from decades. That I said that grow up come here, that are born and come here, that saying, and grown up here, that saying, and that saying still circulates. So it's not even a disrespect, it's just like Jamaicans observing other people and knowing them from, and I even think it's coming from Jamaica. I think it's coming from like our African heritage, because at one point we was in Jamaica, couldn't move, couldn't go nowhere, was slave, and was trapped there basically, and plus you broke and don't got money, so we're basically trapped there. And so that saying couldn't be coming from Jamaica basically. That saying was coming from like some part in Africa, I think. So them observing them from way back when, in the centuries, you know. Yeah. And thirdly, the actions toward us. Yeah, them have actions toward us. Up here in America, especially up here like in the Alabama area where them go college, like any college you near, you probably gotta have a bunch of Indian people here. Most of them like the school and go about them ways, and a lot of them rude and disrespectful, and them starting to like look, at least everybody come to America look down on black Americans and black people in general. Especially if you don't got your game way up and you don't look like you have a whole bunch of money. Them Indian dudes right now be looking down, them be in groups and see like a single black person and be giggling, laughing, you know, like shunning the person and acting like them better than the person. Like, first of all, you of all persons shouldn't be acting like you're better than anybody. I will know the whole world know all the country where you come from and the way it look like and the filth where you live in. Even when you're on the come up and you're building space satellites and all these great, we know the country where you live in. And a bunch of y'all, like you got a whole billion or other y'all, and y'all spread out in all other people countries like these Asians. The next topic I want to get because them is just like y'all Asians anyway, same at the same time. But yeah, them acting like them and better than us, talking crap, looking down on us and stuff like that. And in America, it's more magnified in America because them feel like the law protect them. In Jamaica, them probably wouldn't do this type of stuff because they know Jamaica wild and crazy, and things can happen to them out there and stuff like that. But in America here, them kind of more disrespectful, and online they're more disrespectful, and especially like even DoorDash and companies like those companies. Basically all the companies in America now, every customer service, any customer service them got, it seems like it's an Indian call center group you're speaking with. Just DoorDash for once, for instance, yeah, just yesterday I was speaking to them support staff, and there's a bunch of Indian dudes in a room. You can hear the whole of them bunch of them just laughing, giggling, doing all types of crazy stuff, rude and disrespectful, transfer you all over the place, hang up the phone when them feel like they hang the phone up. And I'm thinking them the same one like taking your info and I'm pretty much sure them be doing it, selling your info and probably same one using your info, and because them the same one calling my number right now, and I'm pretty much sure them be calling a lot of persons all over American places, all over the place, like trying to scam people. So every time you call customer service in anything in America, every business, them have some overseas telemarket company where them like pay for do them. I just swear, bro, just like real filthy. And I said before, it seems like as America's and Billy Bob's them open the door to us. Open the door to for them to come to us, to get at us. And I'm surely I come at us, like try extort us. Not extort us, but then yeah, them up here like have we effed up basically, like them Indian dudes, like y'all up in our communities that do a bunch of crap. I'm not saying you got some good ones and some cool ones, but I'm thinking most of them who cool is because them realize them in our neighborhood that them really outnumbered, and them not a choice but to be cool. But once them got a gathering of them in our community, and which them always are gonna do, because you got so much of them over there in India, it seems like them just try to dump them anywhere in any parts of the world. Once them get up, them can have an attitude for be rude, disrespectful, like any people still, but I don't know, them just mainly. But the difference is everybody could get rude and disrespectful when they start gathering up, but we are not going around other people and like basically a feed up off them and stuff like that, because that's how we feel when we see all in our communities. Because for instance, in the communities up here in America, they purposely designedly making it hard for these black people and make everybody basically homeless. And then y'all come in, I think that I'm basically sure them the one like make y'all come in, open the way for y'all to have y'all cheap motels in the hood everywhere in United States, so you can prey upon the look of homeless ninjas and then look down on them when them don't got anything, like them homeless, them look bummy, which is expected. And y'all come here and start feed into that American crap and the narrative of ninjas not good for nothing and whatever. yeah, them got a real, I can, yeah, them really, really, and I say majority rule, so the few good ones that's not doing these, I'm kind of sorry for y'all because we are going to judge y'all by majority. And the majority of y'all, just like the Asians, them Chinese, the majority of them, I can tell you, I can speak for most black people. Black people don't really like y'all, bro. We know the same, like y'all don't like us. But the difference is, we're not going to gather up and come around a bunch of Indians. We're not going to come in our communities. Even if we see like opportunity there, I'm pretty much sure black people not gonna come in your communities surrounded by a bunch of Indian dudes doing some little shady stuff, giving y'all some cheap, filthy, like y'all apartment, y'all motels be filthy as hell. I swear, like, I don't know, man. Yeah, y'all be filthy as hell, I swear. Y'all be really filthy. Let's keep on emphasizing the filthiness of Indians, boy. Filthy. God damn. Yeah, so filthy and them rude, and I'm thinking that most of them is being behind the scamming stuff that's going on, like in America. And most of the cars will be getting, obviously, because them Indian, and I don't know which part from Asian or India we're from. I just like mainly say Indian because y'all sound Indian. All of y'all to me was of that kind of accent, so I'm gonna put it on y'all. And most of it is coming from out of India, so yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what's gonna happen, but especially y'all, we got some of y'all got chopped, or yeah, some of y'all will take the bait from Billy Bob and come around us and be up in our communities doing a bunch of crap. Like some of us are really like notice, like we really observing y'all. We really have look at y'all and don't think we're not taking notice of y'all, bro. We take good notice of y'all, and we watch y'all, bro. We just watch y'all that do doing the disrespectful, the rude, the looking down on act. Yeah, as I said though, y'all look down on person, and we know where you come from, way more filthy than even the slums, the worst slums of America. So you shouldn't be the one be looking down on anybody. You know, like, yeah, be humble and humble yourself, because y'all a bunch and they even mention y'all be doing all. I don't even know how y'all get 1 billion people crammed up in that little spot right there, and over 10 billion or whatever. I don't know the full stats. I'm not a stats person. As I said, I'm going off of observation of minds and experience of minds. And that's good observation and good experience. Whenever I put my experience and a little bit of focus, because I don't put full focus on my health, I put a couple focus on y'all, and some focus and observe, and I'm always observative anyway, so I'm always looking at seeing patterns and everything. And yeah, when y'all group up, especially like one incident when I had this, like especially in this Alabama area, you got a whole bunch of them, and if you get any apartment in the medium range side of town, because them not going to living in the hood, most of them. I don't want any Arab or any Indian type do this in the hood. Is mostly like Arab from like Pakistan or places like that, where war torn with them, and them, you know, them used to that type of mad crazy stuff. The Indian dudes mostly not gonna go in together. Them in like medium range and type of housing, or you know, suburb type. So the apartment where I was there are a bunch of them around here, and them rude as hell them in there, and a bunch of them come up in there at night time, like a bunch of noise. just a scream and make a bunch of unnecessary noise in the apartment. Sometimes you roll up and come out your apartment and bump up in some of them and them like and just laugh and like them squeeze up in a corner like I try to avoid you. Like you look like some sort of beast or something like that. Speaking in them language and laugh and like bro, like you know sound like you know some of y'all kinda like sissy-ish, I should put it, because I never really see any queer, gayish Indian dude, but some of y'all kind of like sissy-ish, you know, girlish. So yeah, what's gonna happen to y'all, some of y'all, when shit happen, when crap start and some bullshit happen pop off in America and both Jamaica and y'all chop around us and we remember what y'all was doing to us. Shit, God bless y'all and your Buddha, I should say, or whatever God you praise, Buddha. Because y'all trying to be like Billy Bob and coming up in and take the bait. That's basically what y'all doing. Y'all take Billy Bob bait and make Billy Bob open a way to y'all to come in and come help abuse us. Cause I'm thinking like sometimes I think too rash, because sometimes I'm thinking like any white person or any like Indian person move to America, I feel like you're kind of racist. If you move from like out of Europe and India come to America, I don't want to put India too much in it, but because them doesn't say them a broke country. But I even feel like people like Europe, if you move from Europe and you're white and you know what's happening in America, you come to America, I feel like you're kind of like, yeah, I feel like you're kind of racist to me, honestly. Because you know what's going on in America, you already know them. You already know the system where them got here. So as a white person, I said, as a European white person, and I think that we're from, if you're coming here from any time back in them centuries, to like, I'm thinking you're kind of racist to me, because you know what's going on over here, and I just think you're coming to get a piece of the ninja pie, basically. And most of y'all prove it, that's what y'all here to do. Come here and try help, step, trample, and feed up off the ninjas in the world, basically, because not only America alone do it, y'all doing it. So a lot of people complain like, oh, if them doing this in America, why don't go back there? It's still happening in my native country. Them still open doors for them to come there, a bunch of them there, all up in the community, in the deepest, darkest community, them up in it. And you don't know how these dudes leave from billions, trillions of miles and get in your community, opening a shop, disrespecting you, and all types of crazy stuff. So yeah, so just do your thing, and as we say in our country, do your thing and hail the king. You know, just continue doing what you're doing. Sometime you just approve yourself to see, to see how cruel and how, when you have a little power and little fortune and fame, how you act really, you know. So continue, y'all Indian dudes, continue prove yourself what you is, and show yourself what it is like. I really think most of y'all need to pipe down and chill out and humble yourself, because trust me, y'all not the ones should be acting like y'all better than anybody, honestly. Yeah, until next time, one love, please, black immigrants.